Hey guys, so today I'm gonna share with you guys a recipe that I developed many years ago, back when I was in culinary school, which is grilled prawns with spicy couscous. So I remember the first time I made this, my dad came up to me and said, I feel like having couscous. And at that point, I've never cooked couscous before, I've never had them before. So what I did was I got a box of couscous and I tried cooking it. And I followed the instruction behind the box, and you know, it only says to just boil it with a little bit of salt. And it's super bland. And of course, couscous normally would only be served as a side dish together with a main course like tagine. But I didn't even own a tagine at that point. So what I did was I added some of my favorite ingredients. And of course, I love spicy things, so I added quite a good amount of chili in here. And it tastes absolutely delicious. Okay, so first I'm going to marinate my prawns. Over here I've got tiger prawns that I've peeled and deveined. So I'm just gonna pop it in this bowl. I've got about 4 cloves of chopped garlic. You can also grate it if you like. Just gonna throw that in. I've got some hot sauce here. I'm gonna throw that in. Delicious. Of course, a little bit of pepper and some salt. Now I'm just gonna mix this all and keep it in the fridge for 15 minutes. You can keep it longer, but you know, you don't have to. Ooh, I love hot sauce. Now I'm ready to grill my prawns. Just gonna put a little bit of olive oil in my wok. The reason why I'm grilling my prawns in my wok is because I want to use the same wok to cook my couscous. Alright, so my oil is hot. I'm going to grill my prawns. So you want to grill the prawns for only 1.5 minutes on each side. You don't want to overcook it because it's going to be rubbery. Look how beautiful that is. Alright, so this is done. I'm going to remove the prawns. Oh, it smells so good. My goodness. And now I'm going to add in some butter. Melt the butter and then add more chopped garlic. So I'm just gonna let my chopped garlic cook slowly. I'm gonna chop my herbs. I've got some spring onions and some Italian parsley. I'm just gonna chop everything. A little bit of thyme as well. There you go. Gonna add in all of these herbs. Oh, it smells so good. I'm gonna add the balance of the prawn marinade just now. Okay, so now it's nice and fragrant. I'm gonna add some chili powder. You can also use chili flakes if you like, or if you don't want to make it too spicy, you don't have to add it at all because we've already got a little bit of the hot sauce just now. Just gonna saute for another minute. Now I'm gonna add my chicken stock. Now you can also use prawn stock if you like, but I've got chicken stock here. Vegetable stock works as well. Now season with some salt. So you're gonna need a little bit extra salt because couscous is like rice basically. It absorbs the salt, so you would wanna add a little bit more salt. and some honey to just balance out the taste. It's good, it smells so delicious. Now we're gonna let this come to a boil and then only add our couscous. Now this has come to a boil and I'm gonna add my couscous. Now when you're adding couscous, don't just throw the whole thing in because it's gonna stick to one another and you don't want that. So what I normally do is sort of just use my hands and spread it out evenly onto the pan. And I'm gonna turn the heat to medium and I'm just gonna let the couscous sort of soak everything up. Okay, so my couscous is ready. I'm gonna turn the heat off and I'm just gonna use my fork to sort of fluff it up. And I'm gonna throw in my cashew nuts. So I've got some roasted cashew nuts here. You can also add raisins if you like, or you can also add other nuts. Pine nuts goes really well with this recipe. Just a little bit more. Sometimes I like to add raw onions at the end. Just slice them up and just add it at the end. It'll give a beautiful crunch and sweetness to the couscous. So you kind of want to fluff it up using a fork so it doesn't clump up. And just gently fluff it up like that. Oh, that's beautiful. So I'm ready to plate my couscous. I'm just gonna slice some spring onions to sprinkle it on top. You can also garnish it with some coriander leaves if you like, or more Italian parsley. As you can see, because I fluffed it up using a fork just now, so it's not clumpy. So I'm just gonna serve my couscous. So if you don't eat prawns, you can also try this recipe with chicken, with fish. You can also serve this couscous with grilled lamb. Just gonna put a lemon here. Just use my hands to arrange my prawns. I'm gonna sprinkle my spring onion everywhere. I'm gonna chop a bit more cashew nuts. Sprinkle them everywhere. And lastly, I am going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil everywhere to just give it a nice fresh taste. Beautiful, beautiful. So this is my grilled prawns with spicy couscous recipe. It's super easy to make, really quick and absolutely delicious. So I hope you'll try this recipe, and when you do, remember to share your pictures and videos with me. Jemput makan guys!